Hello, I am Ian. Welcome to this Nevada County Now news short. At the recent Nevada City City Council meeting, Adam Klein officially assumed the office of mayor, succeeding former Mayor Gary Peterson in the annual leadership rotation. Klein was sworn in during Wednesday's meeting, marking the start of his term, which will run through June 2026. As mayor, he will preside over city council meetings and represent the city in official functions. In his inaugural meeting, Klein brought the spotlight to Nevada City's rich musical heritage. The nearly 36-minute public session was highlighted by plans for music-centric community programs and support for local performers, underscoring his vision of leveraging arts as a unifying force.
Friends, family, remarkable people. I want to start by thanking my colleagues and city staff for the last 3 years. I lucked out. The city, before Lou and I joined, hired our excellent city manager, Sean Grayson, go Miners, and our outstanding police chief, Dan Foss. Good guys. Feel free. Whatever success we've had, we would not have had without those great hiring decisions and the ones that followed. I'm going to say some nice things about my colleagues now. Doug's not only a grant writer and has been a great help to the city using that skill set, but he's also the only one of the 5 of us raising a kid, which is such a valuable perspective to have. The reminder that what we're doing here isn't about us, it's about who's next. Daniela, as our regular viewers may have noticed, is an activist. Through and through. She's passionate, committed to justice, social and otherwise, and we're living through a time when activists are more necessary than ever, and we're lucky that she's serving here. Gary just had a stellar, mostly punctual year as mayor, and through his life of service knows so much about how a city actually runs, and that's been great for the city, not just for his year as mayor, but his entire time on the council. I was fortunate to have him as my landlord 15 years ago, when neither one of us anticipated this. For sure. So after I left Commercial Street, I moved into Gary's house on Park. You guys remember when I lived on Commercial Street, the party. I was fortunate, again, to serve as his vice mayor much more recently, like a week and a half ago. So thanks again, Gary, for all the work you've done for the city. Which brings me to Lou, a good and decent man who will serve as your vice mayor for the next 12 months. He's steady and guided by his values and his faith, and without fail gives the best speech every June when we raise the pride flag above City Hall. I think it's a well-rounded, very functional council, and I'm thankful for that every day. My introduction to the concept of a Nevada City mayor was in 6th grade. Some people are ahead of me. When the mayor at the time, Paul Mattson, it's crazy, it says hold for applause, but it's in Paul's handwriting. He would visit his wife at the time, my teacher at Seven Hills Middle School, Penny Mattson, and it says, hold for a standing ovation. Paul would bring his acoustic guitar to the classroom and lead the students in songs from the 1960s. As far as I knew, that's what the mayor did.
That's what he does now.
Like, whereas the mayor's duties include introducing local kids to the songs of the Beatles and the band. And that seemed right to me. It was without a doubt a formative experience, and what it said about this place has stuck with me, especially once I got older and realized how strange and special that was. Talk amongst yourselves. Another moment in time that stuck with me is the night of December 14th, 2010. Joanna Newsom, a child of Nevada City, a strong contender for the definitive child of Nevada City, performed her song On a Good Day on The Late Show with David Letterman. That same night, two fellas from our community, Dan Elkin and John Sortland, performed the song The Ghost Inside with the band Broken Bells on Conan O'Brien's show.
Wow.
That was the same night. Three of our kids, they're not my actual kids, they're dear friends, playing music on national television to an audience of millions of people. The next day I was stunned. Our newspaper hadn't noticed, our radio stations hadn't noticed. We're this big. What are the odds that in one night, three people who grew up here would share their considerable talents on two big stages with the whole country? Rolling Stone magazine did have a story with the headline, Broken Bells Go Big on Conan, Joanna Newsom Confounds Letterman. To be fair, I think he was mostly confounded by the set decor, but they didn't notice that three of the musicians that they were talking about were from the same weird little town. And why would Rolling Stone notice if we didn't notice? Friends, this radicalized me. Noah Georgeson, a Nevada City boy, has mixed and engineered albums that won 2 Latin Grammys. Knowing as we do our glaring demographic deficiencies, Nevada City seems like the city least likely to produce a 2-time Latin Grammy winner.
That's true.
But nevertheless, friends, the numbers don't lie. He did that, and they're beautiful records. Alila Diane, a singer-songwriter who grew up here, is big in France, by which I mean she's properly big in France. And when she's playing a packed, enormous venue in Paris, she's singing songs she wrote when she lived on Commercial Street. 2-minute walk from where we are right now. Josh Newman, a Nevada Union graduate, plays cello in Brandi Carlile's band, with whom he performed at the White House. And it does feel important to clarify, the Obama White House. And huge venues all over the world. Guion Riley, who sang baritone with me in Don Baggett's Nevada Union Concert Choir in 1995, is Paul Simon's guitarist on his current tour. I'm scratching the surface here. Hunter, which countries did you perform in the last year or so?
Let's see, Canada, Mexico, United States, and Brazil.
Awesome. How big were the audiences generally?
Let's see, Brazil was 70,000 people.
See, that's impressive. I don't even know 70,000 Brazilians.
70,000 here.
There are gold and platinum records up on Nevada City walls. There are Grammys and MTV Video Music Awards on Nevada City shelves. Our buddy Marie Sue, touring all the time. The outstanding two-runner, touring all the time. And it's not just about people who've become a big deal elsewhere. Locals know that one of the best songwriters of his generation can hook you up with quality meets at SPD most days of the week. What's his name? You're damn right. Shakespeare, flawless album. I even heard tell that a few years back we had a singing mailman in Nevada City with a voice like an angel. What's his name? Let me consult really quick with our deputy city attorney. Nancy, is it accurate to say that Brett Shady has the voice of an angel?
Like an angel, yes.
It's great to get that settled once and for all legally. Our pal Davia isn't able to be here tonight because she's recording in LA, the only acceptable reason for missing this speech. Beyond the homegrown talent, we've attracted artists, honest to God, heroes of mine, like Jonathan Richman and Roger Hodgson, who came and lived and played here for a while, and Utah Phillips, who stuck around and contributed to this community in immeasurable ways. It feels significant and worth mentioning that our city has just assumed responsibility to keep the Miners Foundry going, that beautiful cultural center, and importantly, a great all-ages venue.
Yeah.
If you grew up here, you know the importance of that space and what would be lost without it.
Yes.
That's where I first saw Cake. They should come back. We're part of a state-designated cultural district, and that should be celebrated. Let's lean into that. My dad once called Nevada City a nice place to live for old people and their parents. And we should be a nice place to live for those folks. But we shouldn't just be that. I recognize and appreciate we're a tourist town, but I'm all for people visiting because of what we are now rather than what we were then. People interested in Gold Rush history and fans of our amazing looking downtown are going to keep showing up, and they should, and I hope they do. But I'm thinking it would be good for us if the people who live here and the people who don't live here start thinking of us as a place where music comes from. And I expect the Chambers of Commerce of Nashville and Detroit would back up my conclusion, but it's not about that. I'm prouder of the beauty we've shared with the world in recent years than I am with what was done to this place and the people already living in this place 175 years ago in the name of greed. Looking at this current precarious time in our country's history, I could see someone thinking that shining a light on our musical output doesn't quite rise to the urgency of the moment. And while I wouldn't entirely disagree, I'd tell them this, that Kurt Vonnegut said: no matter how corrupt, greedy, and heartless our government, our corporations, our media, our religious and charitable institutions may become, the music will still be wonderful, end quote. And if those words don't have enough bite for you, please consult the 4 words written on the front of Woody Guthrie's guitar. Google it if you need to. I'm not going to say it here. They'd put me on a list. When it feels like the world is being run by a power-sharing agreement between the sinister and the stupid, every song is a protest song. And we've got songs. This council is going to keep working to make our city more fire safe. We're going to keep making sure that quality water comes out of your faucets, and we're going to keep pursuing multiple ways to increase our housing stock, because a city this wonderful and strange, where there's always music in the air, deserves that. But here's my ask for the next 12 months. Be proud that you live in a place that puts beauty out into the world in the here and now. Go out and support our artists, attend some concerts this year. Better yet, play some concerts this year. As I've established, statistically speaking, if you're in this room, you're most likely a wildly talented musician. Share our music with your friends who have the misfortune of living anywhere else. Let them know what Nevada City's about. This will be our year of advanced music appreciation. In case anybody's worried, I promise I won't ever sing at a city council meeting. But if any 6th grade teachers at Seven Hills are hearing this, yes, I will come to your classroom and teach my depressing political songs to your baffled students. Now let's defy national trends and have a good year. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Seconded. I like that. Is that you on that thing? I can't see that far. I think it's really straighter than